안녕하세요. 저는 파닉스 리서치 수업 같이 듣고 있는 송정은이라고 합니다. 학교에서 뵌 분들도 계실 거고, 또, 이 시간을 통해 처음 뵙는 분도 있을 텐데요. 만나뵙게 돼서 반갑습니다. 동영상 수업은 또 처음이고, 또 제가 이렇게 어떤 툴을 이용해서 영상을 찍어보는 것도 처음이라 좀 어색하긴 하지만, 오늘 도전을 해보겠습니다. Hello everyone, I'm having taken phonics research class with you guys almost 2 months, right? Yeah, my name is Jung-eun, so my English name is Irene. So I chose this article. The title is of this article is Benefits of a Systematic Phonics Instruction. So from now, I'm gonna tell why researchers study about this. This is background. So in the previous study, systematic phonics instruction appeared to be more effective than non-systematic phonics instruction for teaching reading. In 2001, in the meta-analysis conducted by Eri et al. At the time, the major research question was whether children taught with systematic phonics programs outperformed children in non-systematic phonics or non-phonics programs. But in the present study, a systematic phonics approach was directly compared with a non-systematic phonics approach for kindergarten children. But in the area or meta-analysis, no direct comparison were made between systematic or non-systematic phonics like in the present study. So how do they do for a study? So this is method. Let's see. The participants were 19 kindergarteners, 47 boys and 46 girls, and 67 native Dutch and 26 immigrant children. They were in second year of kindergarten. Duration is over a period of 5 weeks, and they did test pre and post test. They trained using computer programs, teaching the same Dutch grapheme phoneme correspondences. The target language was not English. Target language was Dutch, Netherlands. The children came from 3 schools. In school A, children dominantly came from middle class backgrounds with parents who had middle to higher level of education and profession. In school B, most children had lower class backgrounds. And in school C, backgrounds were mixed, varying from lower to middle class. So with these schools, classes of children were randomly assigned to one of the 2 training conditions and the control condition. In both School A and School B, 4 classes were available and prepared to participate in study. In these 2 schools, 2 classes were allocated to the systematic phonics condition, one to the systematic phonics condition, unsystematic phonics condition, and one to control condition. In School C, 3 classes were available and randomly allocated to one to the 3 arms of the study. But the class assigned to systematic phonics condition was lost because of lack of teacher motivation. The total 6 classes are assigned. This is test material and procedure. The children were tested twice before and after the training. So there were 4 different tests. The productive letter sound test, and second one free sound isolation test, and third one is reading test, and last is spelling test. The 4 different tests measuring productive letter sound knowledge and phoneme awareness and reading and spelling ability. So how can we distinguish between systematic phonics and unsystematic phonics? There are 4 dimensions to distinguish those. First, in the systematic phonics program, the children encountered planned set of phonics through spelling and synthetic phonics activity. But in unsystematic phonics program, they choose exercise freely during each session. The second one, they started with 5 letters in stage A, and set increased with 2 and 3 letters in stage B and C. But in unsystematic phonics program, all 10 letters were introduced at the same time. So it is different because both systematic phonics and unsystematic phonics. So they started with 5 letters, and next time they use 5 plus 2, the 7 letters, and last time they used 7 plus 3, the 10 letters. But unsystematic phonics program at the same time 10 letters used. Third one, in systematic phonics program, they were taught explicitly the first 5 letter sounds. But in unsystematic phonics program, there was no such procedure existed. Last, they started with spelling the first letter of words. But in unsystematic phonics program, they were directed to spell the whole word. It means they use the first time the first letter of the word, and next time they use the last letter of the word, and the middle letter of the word. But in systematic phonics, they use whole word. It's not a letter. So we want to know the result, and they got us the result. So both phonics trained groups progressed to the same extent to productive letter sound knowledge compared to the control group. But on measure of phoneme awareness, spelling, and reading, the systematic phonics group made more progress than the non-systematic phonics group and the control group. So we can guess implication in our field. So in a transparent language such as Dutch, the Dutch is also systematic phonics is more effective than non-systematic phonics. Also, systematic phonics program is a pre-specified set of phonics elements such as simple grapheme, phoneme correspondences, and onset and rhymes are taught sequentially. So why? So why is systematic phonics instruction better? Do you think so? Because the usable knowledge of the fact that phonemes can be represented by letters. So I think if students know about the phonics rule from phonics instruction, and also they know the formula of the phonics rule, so they can apply it to other letters, so they can realize the sound of the letter easily. I think so. So we can think about reflection. So how can we reflect this method in our field? So systematic phonics approach progressed more on phonemic awareness than children on the control group. So phonemic awareness is enhanced by reading and writing practice. And also systematic alphabetic instructions is necessary to obtain insights into the abstract nature of the phoneme. Because if they know the alphabet phoneme from the systematic phonics program, they can guess the new spelling of the word and new sound. So it is very important, I think. So I wonder, so I want to ask you guys about this. So do these results mean that other reading approaches such as whole word and whole language instruction are not useful at all? Do you think so? So I think not only phonics instruction, but also whole word and whole language instruction are important because they need to be balanced. So children also have to know the both of them to move to uh, reading program or early reading program. And so based on systematic phonics instructions, they can apply in meaningful context. So they also mentioned about this. The systematic phonics instruction can be easily implemented for young children in a meaningful and attractive context. So think about this. So actually nowadays I'm studying about balanced literacy. So that's why I wonder what is systematic phonics instruction. So from this presentation, I learned a lot of things. So this is my presentation. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye bye.